Fun 107, Michael and Maddie. It is Thursday morning, September 19th, 2024. Jimmy Fallon's got a big birthday today. The Tonight Show host turns the big 5-0. On this date, the United States conducted its first underground nuclear test in the Nevada desert. That was 67 years ago today. The current version of Wheel of Fortune premiered in its current form, hosted by Pat Sajak, 41 years ago today. In the year 2001, a week and a day after America was attacked, the Pentagon ordered dozens of advanced aircraft to the Persian Gulf region as the hour of military retaliation for those September 11th attacks drew closer. How I Met Your Mother made its television debut 19 years ago today. 9 years ago, Bieber. What do you mean? He had the number one song here at Fun 107. What Do You Mean? Topping the charts. And 3 years ago tonight at the Emmy Awards, it was all about streaming. The Crown winning for Best Drama Series, Ted Lasso Best Comedy Series, and The Queen's Gambit Best Limited Series. Fun 107, Michael and Maddie. So the string of beautiful days came to an end yesterday, and today we're going to see some clouds. It's going to be kind of an overall gray, damp day, and highs up right around 70. 67 now.
Bringing your taste of Hollywood right here to the South Coast. And we are here for it. We're spilling the tea with Maddie's Entertainment Update on the Michael and Maddie Show.
Diddy's fight to get out of jail has stopped in its tracks. After arriving at court yesterday to appeal a judge's ruling he shouldn't be released on bail, he's headed back to the detention center. He arrived at a federal courthouse in New York City yesterday where his sons came out to support him, though ultimately the judge in the case decided not to grant him bail. U.S. District Judge Andrew Carter, after hearing arguments from the lawyers, said he was turning down the request because the government has proven the defendant is a danger. The bail package is insufficient even on risk of flight. U.S. Attorney Emily Johnson mentioned the freak-offs. We talked about those yesterday, those interesting parties that Diddy allegedly hosted. She claimed he filmed people during those as well to use as blackmail. Johnson says these victims are claiming he drugged them and then used the tapes he made to extort them. Diddy has flatly denied these claims. She says one such incident occurred back in 2016. I guess Diddy was forceful with a couple people. This story is not very radio friendly as I continue to read down this. Just know that Diddy is accused of a lot of bad things with a lot of women and a lot of people in general, honestly.
So the stuff that you're saying, though, is like so evil.
It's so evil. It's so disgusting. It is just a very sick man who thought he was untouchable for decades.
He was untouchable for decades. That's the crazy part about it.
Yeah. So I guess one of the reasons they're not letting him out is because he's a danger, but he's allegedly reached out to people involved in the case numerous times. I guess he reached out to singer Kaylana Harper around 128 times when he heard that she was going to say something. So, I mean, it doesn't look good for this man.
The other thing is he has the means to flee. You know what I mean?
Right, and I think that's why they're like, you're staying right here.
Yeah.
Diddy's attorney refusing to back down after losing out on the bail appeal hearing, noting to reporters outside the courtroom that their fight continues. He's hoping to get Diddy's case to trial sooner rather than later to minimize the amount of time he'll have to spend behind bars. I don't think he's getting out anytime soon, my friend.
Did you guys see the viral video going around of him just lounging, sunbathing in I believe it's a park in New York? So he's surrounded by everybody else, just casually sitting there with his family, sunbathing, as if there's not a worry in the world. And this was hours before they said, you know what, we're going in.
Yeah.
And then they captured him.
Yeah,
chilling.
He was hanging out with fans. He was signing autographs. He was just hanging out in NYC.
Who wants that autograph anymore?
A lot of people.
I don't get it.
It's a lot of money.
So here's the question. Now, do we have to stop playing like Kesha Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy.
No, I still play it.
Oh,
Still
she
playing?
changed the lyrics to that song. You didn't hear?
What?
No.
Yeah, wake up in the morning saying bleep P. Diddy.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes.
I want that version.
Yes. So, I
What
don't
about
know.
like Bad Boys?
There's no way I'm stopping to listening to Mo Money, Mo Problems. I'm sorry.
Well,
Does
that's
that make me a bad person? That's a great song. It's iconic.
but you relate to that with more Biggie than you do Diddy. I get it, but when I think More Money, More Problems, that's Biggie
Just
Smalls.
fast forward through all the stupid rap parts of his.
That's all you got to do.
Kate Middleton back to work more than a week after she announced the completion of her cancer treatment. On Tuesday, she hosted a meeting with members from the Royal Foundation Center for Early Childhood at Windsor Castle to discuss her early years campaign, which records daily events for the royal family. According to the Royal Foundation, Early Years strives to create a nurturing world by focusing on creating healthy and happier children during their developmental years. Middleton's husband, Prince William, wasn't present as he went on a trip to meet with Special Forces soldiers. But she returned to duty after giving an update on her cancer journey last week. As the summer comes to an end, I cannot tell you what a relief it is to have finally completed my chemotherapy treatment. The last 9 months have been incredibly tough for us as a family. Life, as you know it, can change in an instant, and we've had to find a way to navigate the stormy waters and road unknown. The mom of 3 described the process as complex, scary, and unpredictable. She said, although I have finished chemo, my path to healing and full recovery is long, and I must continue to take each day as it comes. I am, however, looking forward to being back at work and undertaking a few more public engagements in the coming months when I can. So she's back at it.
Back at work. Makes it sound like she's working at Walmart.
I know. Well, to be fair, she does have a lot to, she's got to control the country and that sort of thing. I mean, it's pretty intense, but
Really happy to hear she's doing better,
absolutely. So it's nice to hear that she's on the upswing. I didn't realize that this was a huge landmark year for Saturday Night Live, but it is their 50th season. 50! And they finally have some faces for the 50th season lineup. They announced the hosts and musical guests for the first 5 episodes of the late night sketch comedy show's upcoming season, with 2 newcomers opening the season. Gene Smart is kicking off the season on Saturday, September 28th, as a host alongside musical guest Jelly Roll. That's going to be a good
It's going to
one.
be great.
The season's second episode will be Nate Bargatze, a really funny comedian.
Love him.
He's so good. And Coldplay will be the musical guest. I can't believe they're still relevant. Is that mean to say?
They get a brand new song out.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Ariana Grande taking the helm for the second time as a host for the 3rd episode, and it looks like she will be teaming up with Stevie Nicks, which is
huge.
incredible. Michael Keaton will be on there with Billie Eilish. That's another great one. They just bring out all the stops. I love it. John Mulaney teaming up with Chappell Roan. It's going to be a really, really good season, premiering September 28th, 11:30 p.m. on NBC. Do you still watch SNL from time to time?
Not years.
Really?
It's been years.
I love it. I love it.
I can't stay up that late. Are you kidding me?
No.
Reruns.
I tend to watch it on TikTok and
Oh,
Instagram.
sure. Yeah, I do that. But I haven't seen an
I haven't
actual
sat down
episode.
and watched it in years.
A long time. Entertainment update brought to you by Kia of Dartmouth. Get the best deal on your new Kia with Kia of Dartmouth's exclusive 10% discount on select Kia models. Looks like it's going to be kind of a gray, damp day today. Rain heading our way for the next couple of days. I got to say, I think a lot of the way society has changed over the past 5, 10, 20 years, a lot of things are better. A lot of things are good. But there's one thing that I disagree with that I wish it was still okay to do. And I know it's probably just not worth going there. But isn't it too bad that today you really can't compliment somebody if they've lost weight? I feel like
I do it.
It's too bad. Do you?
Of course I
it's
do.
It's a dangerous place to go.
Guy, girl, I say, hey,
I'll
you look great.
compliment the guy because it's fine. But a woman, I'm scared. I'm scared to do it because if they take it the wrong way, you can get in trouble.
I mean, yeah.
Isn't that too bad? Because I want there's somebody that I know who has recently like lost weight, and it's like, I think it's pretty obvious, and it's like, I want to say, hey,
You look great.
you look great, but like you can't say that. You cannot
Well,
say
I
that.
think it's all about the way you say it. I think you just got to be not as creepy and just like, I don't know.
All right, you do it.
Hey, you've clearly been working hard. How do you feel? You look awesome.
How do you feel, Michael?
I feel okay.
Just okay?
Just okay, because I want to be able to say, and it's not, I mean, it sounds weird, right? But I just, you know what it is? I know how hard it is to do that.
I think it's a little different when you know the person. Like if it is like one of those 6 degrees of separation where it's like a friend of a friend, or you're running into somebody you haven't seen in a while, or you don't know the person and you say, hey, did you lose weight? You look great. That's weird.
And here's the other thing.
But if you know the person.
Here's the other thing. When you say that, the comeback could be, or like in their head, they might be, what, I didn't look great before?
1,000%. That's how I would react in my
so
head.
So then that's dangerous waters, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it sticks with them.
So, I just wish you could say that and have it be nothing but positive. You know what I mean? Because there was a day when that was the case, and now that those days are gone.
If overthinking was a
that's
conversation.
That's not true. I don't think that's true at all. I think women have always had that response in their brain, but now we're just vocalizing it and creating boundaries. This is what boundaries feel like, Michael.
Oh, all right.
Pretty sure we've always had that feeling.
Shouldn't intentions be in the mix?
But I think it's not that the intentions aren't good. I think it's just a reflection of how we all view ourselves and like our self-confidence and stuff.
But
Men are just as guilty.
Why?
Insecurities, Michael.
Like if you compliment a guy and you say, wow, you look great, like you're toned up or whatever, like chances are the guy will think, oh, I guess I looked like crap before. Like women aren't the only one feeling that way.
All right, let me ask you this question. So, obviously I'm an avid CrossFitter. Been doing this for over 10 years. Obviously, if you go to CrossFit, you're looking to achieve something here, right? And if the person is achieving something, isn't it good to say, hey,
well, again, like I said,
look at you, like this is
you
great.
know those people. You're familiar with those people. You work out with those people. You're friends with those people. To compliment them is fine.
And if they say no, it's their problem, not yours. Well,
they
not
say-
really, but.
Well, no. I don't know about that. But it's like if you're friends with them, it's totally different, because when you're friends with somebody, you know each other's tone. You know each other's habits and intentions, if you will. But if you ran into somebody from high school or college, wow, you look great. You lost weight. That's like,
What about just you lost?
No, I do that all the time.
You look great, period. That sounds okay.
yeah,
That's
I think
kind of
that's
a normal
more
thing
than
to say to a
fine.
high
Sounds
school.
like you're hitting on somebody there.
Well, I don't want that. That's not what I'm looking for.
I think what women get annoyed by, and I don't want to speak for the. I don't want to speak for the women as a whole. I guess I'll reiterate. When somebody is complimenting me, I want the compliments to be more than skin deep sometimes, and I think that's what is like the hiccup with a lot of like awkwardness now, because it's like, hey, you look great. Like, okay, nice, but I have so much more going on. You ask me about other things. Like, you know what I mean?
I do. I sincerely do.
Yeah.
I get it. I just feel like the world could be better because, no, I'm being dead serious. Like, there are a lot of compliments that aren't given because of this reason. And, like, I think that you could make other people feel good about themselves if you could just speak freely, a little more freely. I think it's too bad. Like, a lot of those compliments are not being shared anymore.
I think it's the way you say it. I think it's all about how you say it.
How about you look nice today, just in general?
And then it's like,
why today? Not yesterday. I didn't look good
that's
overthinking.
dramatic. That's dramatic.
Overthinking.
So I want to ask, if you've lost weight, if you've ever lost weight, would it boost like your confidence to hear things like that, or would you just rather not hear that? That's what I'm wondering this morning. 508-994-1071. We're Fun 107. Wondering if you've ever lost weight. Do you miss that? Do you want that? Like somebody to say, "Hey, you know what? You look great. You lost weight," or you look, maybe you lost. You don't need to say that. You just look great. You look like you're healthy and fit or whatever. Something like that. 508-994-1071. You can also send in audio or a message on the Fun 107 app. Good morning.
I just had a baby a year ago, and if someone said that I looked good, I would take it as a compliment because it's hard to lose weight right now. So it would be like a complete compliment.
Okay.
Do you think is it too bad that we have to kind of hold that stuff back these days?
No, I feel like you shouldn't, because I feel like so many people are scared of body positive that when someone gives them a compliment, they overthink it. But letting it be known and like giving body positiveness would be like something really good that a lot of people need to hear.
Yeah, so you're in favor of just give the compliment.
Yeah, just give the compliment, because you never know how someone's feeling.
Awesome.
It may make them feel good, it may make them feel not good, but at the end of the day, you made someone feel good to yourself.
Well, let me say this. You look great today.
Thank you. I wouldn't mind that. That would make me happy.
Have a good one.
See you later.
For calling.
Bye.
You too.
All right, we've got Kim listening in Dartmouth. Good morning, Kim. What's your take on this?
I think the compliments are great. It boosts people up. But at work, we had a class, and in that class, they told us you cannot do that because if somebody lost weight because they are ill, it could offend them.
Sure, I can see that.
So I stayed back, which I know people would love to compliment, but sometimes I don't say it.
Yeah.
Just because of that.
Yeah, you just never know.
Well, we appreciate the call, Kim. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And we've got Paul checking in from Dartmouth as well. Paul says 100% good to hear somebody recognize that you've been putting in the work to be better and to better your health. It's easy to stay quiet and to be worried about somebody's reaction to your complimenting them. It's another thing to make somebody else's day as they try to improve their health. Preach, he said.
I mean, hey, well put. I think it's all about how you say it. I think it's the tone. I think it's just everything.
We'll grab another quick one here. Brian, good morning. Where are you listening this morning?
Hey, I'm on the road in Dartmouth heading to work. How are you?
Doing great. What's your take on this?
I think it's for a guy who's working out, trying to look big and get muscles, I think the worst thing you can say is, "Oh, looks like you lost weight. You're looking skinny."
Fair enough, Brian. I love it.
The worst, yeah.
Thanks a lot, buddy. It is 6:53, and Phil Devitt has a look at this morning's headlines.
A federal judge's ruling has placed some Massachusetts schools, including Old Rochester Regional and Taunton, in the center of a national debate over transgender student rights. The New Bedford Light reports the decision, which is a part of a broader legal challenge brought by Moms of Liberty, could have significant implications for schools across Massachusetts. While the state already offers strong protections for transgender students, the ruling could lead to legal challenges and uncertainty. The case is expected to be appealed, potentially reaching the U.S. Supreme Court. A woman in Dartmouth says she was attacked by a suspected rabid coyote on Saturday afternoon. She said it emerged from tall grass as she was walking to her mailbox and bit her before she could react. WPRI reports doctors confirmed she was exposed to rabies and she's undergoing a series of shots. The coyote is still on the loose. Karen Reed's attorney Alan Jackson is criticizing Norfolk County DA Michael Morrissey for hiring an outside special prosecutor for her second trial. Morrissey has hired Whitey Bulger's defense attorney Hank Brennan to lead the prosecution over the death of John O'Keefe after the first trial ended in a hung jury. Jackson says Reed is innocent and they will defeat the unjust prosecution just like they did before. Hip-hop and business mogul Sean Diddy Combs will stay locked up for now after his bid for release was denied. Diddy pleaded not guilty to sex trafficking and racketeering charges this week, and a judge on Wednesday shot down his request for home detention until he faces trial. And a new survey shows a lot of remote workers are doing household chores while on the job. SurveyMonkey polled over 3,000 full-time workers in the U.S. last month and found that nearly half of those who work from home are doing laundry and other items on their to-do lists. About one-third said they run errands while remote working, while others like to take a nap. About 17% said they watch TV or play video games. The survey also showed a lot of multitasking during Zoom calls, with nearly a third admitting they've used the bathroom during a Zoom call. In sports, the Red Sox snapped their skid after topping the Tampa Bay Rays 2-1 in Florida. That 3-game series closes tonight at 6:50. And Thursday night football is back. Patriots visit the New York Jets at 8:15. Traffic and weather next. From the Blue Point Restaurant Newsroom, I'm Phil Devitt for Fun 107.
It creep.
Fun 107, Michael and Maddie. Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga, a couple of huge Fun 107 stars getting together for that one.
Yesterday, I got a call from one of our coworkers, one of our friends here, Kristen. She goes, "You got to get down to the CVS on Ashley Boulevard and Sawyer Street right now." And I'm like, "Whoa, what's going on? They give away free stuff?" She says, "No, outside of the CVS, lining the sidewalk all the way around the corner are some kind of figurines, they look like lawn gnomes, but they're not gnomes. We're talking about dinosaurs, roosters, Homer Simpsons.
Were they glass?
Porcelain.
Porcelain, wow.
So again, they look like something you would put in the garden. I'm like, all right, I'm on it. So I head down there, and it turns out that they were piggy banks that this young 16-year-old teenager from New Bedford makes and sells. And this
Does
guy,
he go to Vogue? And he makes them at Vogue?
He's not in school right now.
Okay.
So he's a hustler. He's working to, it's a little family business, and he's, just trying to sell his piggy banks. And I met up with him, and I got to say, with today's age, I love the technology that we have. If it wasn't for Google Translate, I would have never had this story. So I'm asking this very nice young man, like, tell me a little bit about your piggy banks here. He said, "I'm sorry, I only speak Spanish." Okay, no problem. So we're going back. I'm trying to flex on my 6th grade Spanish skills. Not too good, but yeah, I digress. And his name was Edgar Roman, and he's a 16-year-old New Bedford artist, and he makes these really cool-looking piggy banks. And I noticed, I'm like, he's got like 6 or 7 Homer Simpsons, and he goes, "That's my favorite." And all I could think of is, favorito, like Despacito. That's the only word I learned from that song. So I'm like, "Edgar, which one is your favorito? And he goes, "This one right here, Homer Simpson. Love the Simpsons." So this guy is making, pun intended, bank on these piggy banks.
How much are they?
They range from, say, 40 to 140.
Whoa!
Upwards to $200.
So is he always set up right there?
He wanders. That's kind of like his go-to location. Maybe they get the okay from CVS.
He's pricing it like that so people can feel like they won when they negotiate down to like $20.
Hey, listen, you cannot knock the hustle.
No, absolutely not.
I don't even know what the average price of a piggy bank is. If you were to go and buy one.
Well, to be fair, if you made them,
yeah,
the supplies, and they're really good, like they're not a middle schooler making their class project. Like, they're actually pretty good. I'm not surprised by the prices.
How long do you think it takes this guy to make per the average time?
Does he have a
couple hours?
A kiln? Like, how does he do this?
Maybe he's got a kiln. Maybe he buys them and then just paints them. Either way, he was painting them like when I got there. He had a little spray paint.
All right. I don't know. 3 hours?
Maddie?
Yeah, a couple hours.
Half hour. That's some good change right there.
He's painting them.
He's
painting them.
Regardless,
but it's still such a hustle. That's great.
I was waiting for people to, I'll be honest, put backlash on this story.
Why?
And there was a flood. I don't know.
Because people find the negative in every story.
They do. They do. Maybe the price was. I'll be honest. I thought the price was too steep. I really
but
did.
No, I'm telling you, he's doing that so that when you say, "Well, would you take 35?" Sure. Then you feel like you win, and you go tell, "Hey, this guy's selling them for $35."
He's got his own truck. He loads them in, loads them out. I know he was seen down by Ciabra, but man, he's making some good pocket change off these piggy banks. So that's all the comments that I saw, though. Going back to that, were we can't wait to go down there tomorrow and get a piggy bank.
That's great.
So that's awesome.
Hey, look at your advertising for the kid.
I just want to cut, is what I'm trying to say.
Good luck with that.
It is 7:51. Phil Devitt in the newsroom.
A federal judge's ruling has put schools across Massachusetts on edge. The decision could force schools to fight legal battles over transgender student protections. On the South Coast, Old Rochester Regional and Taunton are among those affected. Moms for Liberty, a conservative group, sued to block federal protections for transgender students. The group argues these protections violate a law meant to protect women's rights. Massachusetts state law already offers similar protections, so local schools won't have to change their policies. But legal experts warn of potential challenges ahead. A woman in Dartmouth is recovering after a surprising attack. Kathy Normore says she was bitten on the arm by a coyote while getting her mail. She's now receiving rabies shots. Neighbors say they've heard coyotes in the area before, but haven't seen them so aggressive. The incident has raised concerns about safety and the growing coyote population. Karen Reed's attorney, Alan Jackson, is criticizing Norfolk County DA Michael Morrissey for hiring an outside special prosecutor for her second trial. Morrissey has hired Whitey Bulger's defense attorney, Hank Brennan, to lead the prosecution over the death of John O'Keefe. After the first trial ended in a hung jury, Jackson says Reed is innocent and they will win. Providence police have arrested the father of a 7-year-old girl who was killed while sitting in the backseat of a car on August 29th. 27-year-old Nelson Pyers is charged with 2 counts of child endangerment and driving on a suspended license in connection with the shooting. Investigators believe Pyers was involved in an altercation with the suspects beforehand. The West Coast Teamsters are breaking with the national chapter and endorsing Democrat Kamala Harris for president. Wednesday's announcement came shortly after the national Teamsters leadership declined to endorse a candidate this year. Earlier in the day, the union's national headquarters released an internal survey showing over half its members backing Republican Donald Trump. And the nation is celebrating a C-section for a porcupine for the very first time. The San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance says the C-section saved the lives of the mama and the baby porcupine. Veterinarians say this marks a major advancement in veterinary science and a huge step forward in conservation efforts. In sports, Red Sox turned things around in Florida last night, beating the Tampa Bay Rays 2-1. They wrap the series tonight at 6:50. And then it's the Patriots in Thursday night football action. They're in New York to play the Jets at 8:15. Traffic and weather next. From the Blue Point Restaurant Newsroom, I'm Phil Devitt for Fun 107.
Well, it is Schwartz Appliance in Somerset. If you are looking for appliances, refrigerators, washers, dryers, anything like that, even grills. Well, Is Schwartz Appliance is the place you want to go, simply because this is all they deal with, day in, day out, all day long, appliances. So why would you go anywhere else to get an appliance other than a place that only deals in appliances? It would be crazy, because these people who work at Is Schwartz Appliance, they know so much about it. They've worked there for decades, many of them. And it's funny because I went in there to Is Schwartz Appliance to buy our dishwasher. And you would think, what do I know about buying a dishwasher? There are so many of them. How do you narrow it down? They actually had questions that they asked me that made a whole lot of sense that helped us narrow it down. They were like, do you drink a lot of water out of water bottles? I'm like, actually, we do. We were a big water bottle family. They said, well, we'll direct you to this one because this has a special fitting for water bottles. I'm like, well, let's go. So that's the kind of service you're going to get at Is Schwartz Appliance in Somerset. Check out their website. Go to izschwartzappliance.com. That's izschwartzappliance.com. Is Schwartz Appliance. Freestyle Madness.
The Decade of Dreams Tour.
And Gazelle is going to be hosting this on Saturday night. And if you want to be there, if you want to win tickets to see, if you freestyle was your thing back in the day and you just want to dance the night away on Saturday night, we have got a chance for you to win tickets. If you want to call us right now at 508-994-1071, we're going to put you on hold. We're going to play a game. I'm going to play a freestyle song, and you have to pick whether or not Gazelle is going to get more of these right or Maddie's going to get more of these right.
So you don't even got to do a thing. It's just a 50-50 chance.
All you got to do is pick which one of you knows your freestyle better. And if you pick the right one, you're going to go to the show.
Sounds good.
So call us at 508-994-1071. So Kathy Brightman in Dartmouth had quite the week. Not every week in your life you get bitten by a coyote, and you're here to talk about it.
Seriously. Good morning, Kathy. So tell us what happened. What went down?
It was Saturday morning, afternoon, 3:45. I was walking to go get the mail, and my husband had packages on the front porch, and something caught the corner of my eye right behind the stone wall. And as I turned, a coyote came out and just attacked. No growl, no bark, no nothing.
So how far away was the coyote from you when he came running at you?
Probably about 10 feet, because he was in the tall grass.
Oh, wow.
So the hayfield.
So he must have been right up on you in a second or two.
Yep, like I said, and I saw something out of the corner of my eye. And when I turned, he was already on my arm.
Oh, my goodness.
So he attached himself. What happened after that?
I had a full leg brace on because my hip was displaced. So I kicked it twice with my left leg and ripped my arm out the second time I kicked it.
Oof.
And then it ran down the street, and the neighbor across the street saw it run through the field behind her house.
Wow.
That's so terrifying. Oh, my goodness.
There's been like packs. Every night you can hear 20 to 30 coyotes in our yard.
But usually they would be afraid of people, which, it's surprising to me that he came up on you like that.
And it was the size of a German Shepherd.
Is there any concern or worry about a rabies infection?
Yes. People of this town need to know.
So by sharing this story this morning, what do you hope that the town of Dartmouth does moving forward? What should they be aware of?
Moving forward, they need to alert people in this town that because we are building so much that coyotes are more populated around people.
Yeah, so I think it's just getting the word out. Well, we hope you have a speedy recovery, and we're wishing you all the best, and thank you for sharing your story this morning.
Yeah, appreciate it very much.
No worries. Thank you very much for hearing me.
All right, rest up. We'll talk soon.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
All right, and you've got a few more minutes. You've got until 9 a.m. to enter the code 321. That's 321 on the Fun 107 app. We've got 30 grand to give away. 30 grand in your hand, brought to you by Is Schwartz Appliance in Somerset. 321 is this hour's code. Michael and Maddie, and this weekend in Fall River, there's going to be a big freestyle show, and if you are a fan of freestyle music, this is going to be your jam. You're going to be all about this. And we've got some tickets to give away right now. And we're going to do this. We've already got our contestants standing by. We've got Amanda Green listening in New Bedford. Good morning, Amanda. And Jen Mills from Mashpee. Ladies, how are you?
I am good today.
Good. Hi, Jen.
Hi, Amanda. Is this my cousin, Amanda?
There's no way you guys are cousins.
Oh, you never know.
One's from New Bedford, one's from Mashpee.
So we're going to pair you ladies up. Gazelle, your partner's going to be Amanda.
All right, you got it.
And Maddie, you're with Jen.
All right, Jen, here we go.
So
Okay.
you guys have to try to guess as many of these freestyle artists as you possibly can, okay?
All right, let's do it.
No.
Okay.
Do you remember the freestyle stuff from back in the day?
Oh, I'm back in the day, old school.
I love
Okay,
it.
all
Okay,
right.
so don't shout out the answers. Gazelle and I are going to try and figure this out, and then we're going to call on you when we need you.
All right, we're
Okay.
gonna start with this with Maddie. So
Okay.
Maddie, can you tell me what artist this is? All right, what do you think? Yeah.
God, we're not starting off strong,
You-
Jen.
You can send
Oh,
it to
no.
Jen if you want to have a little help. If you want to phone a friend.
Jen, how do you feel about this one? Do you know this one? Jen?
No.
All right,
Okay.
hold on. I'm going to go.
Now this is unfair of me, but he is not on that list. He's not on the list of performers.
Rude.
But it's pretty obvious. Like there are a lot of people.
Oh, it's obvious?
There are a
Oh.
lot of people who are driving to work right now on the South Coast
Well,
screaming the name of this guy.
I don't have it.
That is the king of freestyle, Stevie B.
Come on, Jen.
All right.
I know. Okay.
All right. So number 2. We're going to number 2. Gazelle and Amanda, do you know who this freestyle artist is? Okay, here comes the chorus. It's a classic song, but it's the artist is tough. Who sings it?
Oh, man. I'm going to go ahead and ask Amanda. You're going to be my lifeline for this one because I can't get it. I know the chorus, but I don't know the artist. Amanda, what do you think?
Ricky. No. Something. Oh my God. Oh my God. No.
That is Shanna.
Oh.
I Want You is the name of the song.
I'm glad you said that because I thought it was
Another
Shauna.
one not on the list. Thanks.
No, she's there.
No, she's not. I see
Yeah.
a Shannon.
Shanna. Under.
And I'm not hearing the song on my end.
Oh, Gazelle, you got to feed that down
It
to
should
them.
be. It should be feeding down.
All right, we're going to try another one here. Back to Maddie.
Okay.
This is an artist who will be there on Saturday night. Who is this? Any idea?
Jen, any idea?
This is bad. Yeah.
No idea? I'm going to go with Shannon.
Not Shannon.
All right.
Can I steal it?
Yes.
Is it Tony Moran?
No.
Oh.
Samantha Fox.
Samantha Fox.
All right. Back over to Gazelle. Who is this artist? He will be there Saturday night.
What is Frankie J for 5,000, please?
That is correct.
That's right. You gave him all the easy ones.
Give it the easy ones.
All right, Maddie, back to you. Who is this artist?
You're joking. Okay, I was like, there better be more to this.
A solid song.
All right, Maddie, who is the artist?
Is that Raquel?
It is not Raquel.
You pointed to Raquel, Gazelle.
No, the one underneath Raquel. I was
you
trying
mean
to help.
the
I was
name
trying to
under
cheat
your
a little
thumb
bit.
that I can't see?
I got
Great.
fat thumbs. I'm sorry. It's JJ Fad.
Gazelle, back to you. Who is this artist? She will be there Saturday night.
That is Raquel in a Dream.
That is correct.
Are you purposely giving me the easy
no,
ones?
Yes, he absolutely is.
Gazelle wins the contest, but I'll tell you what, Amanda and Jen, you're both going to the show.
Woo!
Have a little GNO.
All right.
Thank you both for
Yeah,
playing.
that was good.
Gazelle pulled it
That
out.
was horrible.
I gotta say though, like anything from Tonisha, anything from Raina, Sapphire, I'm not good with those. Like I know like the hits, the Stevie B, the Raquel, Lucas Prada.
There's Lucas
yeah.
Prada. So they're all going to be there, and you are two ladies, Amanda and Jen. Have a great time.
JJ Fad.
That's it.
Yeah,
they're
that
going to be
was
there.
that. JJ Fad.
Thank you for playing. It's Fun 107. That is brand new from Sabrina Carpenter. It is called Taste. It is Michael and Maddie, and you've still got 10 more minutes to enter the code 321. 321. That's this hour's code on the Fun 107 app. Could get you 30 grand in your hand. It is Thursday. And Patriots play on Thursday night, a primetime game for the New England Patriots going up against the Jets tonight. And to talk all about it, we've got Nick Coit from the ABC6 Sports Desk. Good morning, Nick.
Good morning, Michael. Was that the Amazon Prime theme? Gazelle, you're on top of it, man.
I'm telling you, this
Holy
is the
cow.
only channel, the only streaming platform I can actually watch football. I don't have cable, but I have Amazon Prime. So when there's a Thursday night football and the Patriots are playing, I am all in, baby.
Wow. Good for you. And you know what? It's tough these days, man. Like trying to explain to, my grandfather is still with us. He's in his 90s. Trying to explain to him how to watch a football game on Amazon Prime. I tried to do it last week.
It's complicated.
It is tough, man. It is complicated, yeah. But you know what? It is a night game, so you got all day to try to figure it out if you can't. And hey, the Patriots are in prime time, which we haven't been able to say very much recently, which is nice.
I got to say, how shocked were you to see the Patriots, first of all, win week one? You kind of I guess not shocked about that one because you did say there was a scenario you could see playing out that they could win that game against Cincinnati.
I had a whiff, Michael. Yeah, I had a whiff.
But then, to take the Seahawks into overtime, that must have surprised you.
That one honestly didn't surprise me either, actually. Because I honestly, when I looked at the schedule, I said, that Seahawks game week 2, it looks like a game where they could go out and grab it. It's at home. Of the first 4, kind of thought like that might be the one where if they're going to get one, it would be that one. And they probably honestly should have, but it came down to those few little plays, and they couldn't really close out the game. But I think what Patriots fans are really I think satisfied with is the fact that we've watched 2 really competitive football games out of this team the first couple of weeks, and it's been a product where you're sitting there and you're like, I'm really enjoying watching the pass again, and I think that's been sort of absent the last couple of years.
What do you think it is about this team? Because I think the exact same thing, and I think the word satisfied is a very good word. That
it's just competitive. They're just in the games, Michael, and they're doing the little things there. And look, it's defensive football, but you don't feel like they're just going out there and making mistakes or. They've actually played pretty clean, knock on wood, pretty clean football. There really hasn't been a lot of penalties out of them. Like the discipline is there. And I think when you have a team that's bought in on a coach, and I think that's the most encouraging thing, when this team is bought in on the coach like they are with Gerard Mayo so far, I think that's a really great sign because I think the players are like, all right, we back this guy. We like what he's preaching. We want to play hard for him. And I think you're seeing that the first couple of weeks.
Yeah, I think they're definitely exceeding expectations. So how does that set up for tonight? I mean, you've got the Jets team that they're kind of probably in a little bit better of a spot now, but they've got the quarterback, they've got some expectations, but they're not looking. Their fans don't think they're going to blow the doors off of the NFL either.
No, and I think there's obviously talent there on both sides of the ball. The Patriots will tell you that. I mean, Aaron Rodgers. He is the old gunslinger now, but he's still Aaron Rodgers, and he's got a great young player to throw to in Garrett Wilson, and their running backs are really really solid with Breece Hall. Every fantasy owner knows Breece Hall, and the defense there's some talent there, but the matchup that I'm watching, there's still some things that they can get better at, particularly what I think has kept teams in the games the first couple weeks. With the Jets is their inability to stop the run. And, they've given up over 100 yards both weeks. And talk about week 1 with the Niners. Chris McCaffrey gets ruled out of the game a few hours before, and then little-known Jordan Mason goes out there and runs all over him. So if you're the Patriots, who've been leaning on the run offensively the first couple weeks, you might be foaming at the mouth there to, try to run the ball tonight, especially on a week where it's short. Your game plan has been sort of streamlined, and typically Thursday night football, because of that, is not the most exciting offensively. But if you're a team that runs the ball, it may bode well for you. So tonight will be really interesting in that regard. That's sort of the matchup that I'm watching.
And on the flip side of that, I can totally see the Patriots defense, which is really not bad at all, going and shutting down the Jets. And
this defense has been and. I think they obviously had a little bit of their struggles last week with the passing game. But that Seahawks, receiving core, a lot of talented guys. And so, they were able to, find their way open, scheme things open. And so, obviously there's room for improvement there. But, yeah, you're right. I think I've liked the front seven. I've liked the work that they've done. You lose Juwan Bentley to injury. He's out for this game and, likely out for the season, according to some of the reports out there, which hurts because he's a great tackler for you and he's a great leader in that locker room, a captain. But, I think they've kept this team in games. They've been able to turn the ball over a little bit. And, if you're able to do that as a defense, you're going to stay in a lot of games and be competitive. And I think that's why, again, people have really enjoyed watching them.
All right, Nick Coit from ABC6. How do you see this game playing out tonight on Thursday Night Football with the Patriots and Jets?
I'm going to pick the Patriots.
Whoa.
I'm going to pick the Patriots. I think they're going to be able to run the ball. I think they're going to be able to control the clock. And I'll pick them I'll pick them 16-13. I'll pick them by a field goal. And, yeah, I wasn't bold enough to do it week 1. I'm going to be bold enough to do it week 3. Now, hopefully, it doesn't have the opposite effect. But, I feel good about what the Patriots could do tonight. We'll see.
Hey, and Matt, so let's say they win, and now we look at what's happening in Miami with the quarterback. Like, that's a little weird, right? And, Buffalo's going to run away with this. But is it insane to think, could they possibly make it into the playoffs, or are we getting a little ahead of ourselves?
You're definitely getting ahead of yourself, Michael. But, I think the next couple weeks line up where the Niners have their injuries with McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel. And as you said, the Dolphins in a couple of weeks here will have Skylar Thompson, a quarterback. Like, especially if you could take this one tonight, then all of a sudden you feel good about I think you already feel good about the start of the season, but you feel even better. So, we'll see. That is the beauty of the NFL. It is a marathon, not a sprint, and those opportunities can pop up for you. And here's one tonight for the Pats here against the Jets on a short week.
Nick Coit picking the Patriots to win tonight on Thursday Night Football against the Jets. Thank you so much for joining us, Nick. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Michael. Appreciate it.
Have a great night. It is 8:57. Fun.